curious minds. Welcome to Project Excellence Prodigy, your one stop solution for all things project management. I'm Govind, a certified PMP. Today, we are going to learn about iterative and incremental project life cycles and how Agile combines both to work even better. Have you ever wondered apps like WhatsApp keep getting better step by step without restarting everything from the beginning? That's exactly what we will explore today. We will keep it simple, clear, and full of real life examples. So let's get started and see how these approaches help teams build better projects. Iterative project lifecycle. In this approach, the focus is on refining the product step by step. Think of it like shaping a clay model. You already know what the final sculpture should look like, but you keep adjusting and improving it in every round until it is just right. After each cycle, which we call iteration, the team reviews what was built, gathers feedback, and then uses that learning to improve the next version. Now, notice a few key points here. The scope is known early, means we start with a clear scope. We know what we are building, but the details or how we build it that evolves over time. After each iteration, we don't always get a full product. It may still need more work, but it is getting closer and better. This cycle works best when things are uncertain or likely to change, like in software development or research projects. And finally, the big goal here is quality improvement and learning from feedback. Look here. This is a great visual of the iterative project lifecycle. It moves in a circular loop. We go through repeating cycles, improving the product step by step each time. This cycle is called an iteration. Plan. In this step, the team decides what to build or improve during this iteration. So it is not the whole project, just a part of it. Then comes design. Once we know what we want to do, we design a solution or improvement for that particular part. Then we build or develop the part based on the plan and design. After building, we test the work, gather feedback, and learn what went well and what needs fixing. Instead of completing the entire project in one go, we repeat this cycle again and again. Each time, the product becomes better, more refined, and moves closer to the final result. Let's take WhatsApp as an example. Imagine the team wants to redesign how the app looks. Maybe change the chat screen or rearrange the buttons. They don't build and release the final version in one shot. Instead, they follow an iterative approach. So, what they will do? First, they will create a basic version of the new design. Then, they try it out with a small group of users. Users give feedback like this button is hard to find or the layout feels messy. The team then makes changes based on that feedback. This process continues. Design, test, improve again and again. This is called iterative because they are working on the same feature, making it better step by step. Each version may not be perfect or ready for all users, but with every cycle, it gets more refined and closer to the final product. Another example, suppose a car company is creating a brand new model. They don't build the final version right away. What they will do, first they will make a prototype, a rough version of the car. Then they test it. Maybe it is not fuel efficient or the seat design isn't comfortable. So they go back, make improvement and test again. This happens in cycles. Improve, test until they get the final high quality model. The car isn't launched after each test. Instead, it is refined step by step until it is ready. Now let's talk about the incremental life cycle. This approach builds the final product step by step in successive chunks or pieces. But Here is the key difference. Each step or increment is fully functional and usable, unlike iterative. Think of it like this. Instead of delivering a whole thing at once, we deliver one working part at a time. Each new part adds real value and can be used immediately, even while the rest of the product is still being developed. Let's look at some of the key points. The final product comes together gradually, progressively, one working piece at a time. Each new feature or piece is tested and validated on its own because the next one is added. This method is great when the client wants to start using the product early, even if it is not fully complete. With every delivery, the user gets something useful they can actually work with. So, unlike the iterative life cycle where we keep refining the same part, here in incremental, we are adding new working part one after another. This image shows how a project grows step by step using the incremental life cycle. Each phase delivers a complete and usable part of the product. With every phase, new features are added and the product becomes more valuable without removing or redoing the earlier work. The arrows show continuous progress, where every phase builds on the previous one, creating a more complete solution over time. Let's take an example of WhatsApp again to understand how the incremental project lifecycle works. When WhatsApp first started, it wasn't packed with all the features we see today. Instead, the app grew step by step by adding one useful feature at a time, and each feature worked on its own. In the beginning, WhatsApp was just a basic text messaging app. You could only send and receive messages, but that alone was fully functional and useful. Later, they added the option to send photos, videos, and voice notes. This new feature worked alongside texting and gave users more way to communicate. Then came group chats. Now people could talk in groups. Again, this feature added new value but didn't replace anything. After that, WhatsApp introduced voice calls. Users could now call each other directly through the app, another complete working feature. And then came video calling, WhatsApp web, status updates, and even money transfer features in some countries. So, what's important to note is this: each of these features was a complete usable piece of the product. WhatsApp didn't wait to launch everything at once. Instead, it delivered fully working features one by one, and users got more value with every update. This is exactly what we call the incremental life cycle, where the product is built and released in small chunks, and each chunk adds something useful for the users. Let's take another example from construction. Imagine a company is building a modular office building. Instead of waiting to finish the entire building before using it, they follow an incremental approach, completing one functional section at a time. First, they construct the ground floor with the reception area and a few meeting rooms. This part is fully usable and the team can start operations from here. Next, they add the second floor with office workstations. So, what will happen? Now, more employees can move in and start working. Then, they build the cafeteria, adding convenience and improving daily operations. Again, it is a complete and working unit on its own. Finally, they construct a training room, recreational space, or even a rooftop garden. So, at every stage, they are delivering a functional and usable part of the building, and each part adds real practical value. The users don't have to wait until the entire office is built, they benefit from every phase. Agile blend of iterative and incremental. Agile combines both the iterative and incremental life cycle, which means it not only delivers working features regularly but also keeps improving them based on the user feedback. If we see the incremental part in Agile, every 2 to 4 weeks, called an iteration or sprint, the team delivers a working part of the product. So after each sprint, users get something new that is complete and usable. Come to the iterative part of the agile. Team reviews and improves what they have built. After every sprint, they collect feedback, make adjustments, and make the product better over time. So, agile is not just about building quickly, it is about building smart. You get real results early, and those results keep getting better with every cycle. This table gives us a quick and easy comparison between the iterative, incremental, and agile lifecycle. In iterative approach, requirements are dynamic. They may change or evolve as we learn more. Activities repeated until correct. Teams keep working on the same piece, refining and improving it based on the user feedback. Delivery will be single delivery. The product is delivered only after all iterations are done. And focus is on getting the solution right, refining until it meets the expectations. Incremental requirements again the dynamic. Features may be added or adjusted as the project progress. Activities performed once for a given increment means each part is built and delivered once, no repetition. Come to the delivery, frequent smaller deliveries. New usable part of the product are released regularly. The focus is on speed, getting working features out quickly. Agile requirements are again the dynamic. Agile welcomes change and adapts throughout the project. Activities repeated until correct. Like iterative, work is improved over cycles. Delivery frequent smaller deliveries. Like incremental, usable features are delivered regularly. Have you noticed how smart Agile is? It picked the best from each one of them. It picked the repeated until correct feature from iterative and frequent smaller deliveries from incremental. And this is how Agile achieves its goal to deliver customer value quickly and improve through continuous feedback. And that brings us to the end of today's lesson. To sum it up, iterative is all about refining until it is right. Incremental is about delivering working piece one by one. And agile brings the best of both fast delivery and constant improvement. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Project Excellence Prodigy. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired. Namaste, goodbye, Sampai Jumpa.